laws, I believe, just because of the philosophy that it gives you, that we're not going to break each other's face, you know, that we don't have to be an ugly guy to train jiu-jitsu, you know, you can be a smart, intelligent guy. You know, it's our sport, not just mine, it's ours. And this is where it goes back to the first point. There's some teachers that you only got to look at and know that their students are going to be bad, you know, for the sport, for the image of the sport.
There are a lot of activities outside the mat that can trickle in and help. What would you choose as the best supplementary or complementary training to BJJ or grappling?
For me, I mean, I do a lot of free climbing on the wall. This helps me a lot. Yoga meditation is something else, because unfortunately I didn't have time to spar today because of the injury, but if you spar, you see I'm very relaxed. You can ask the guys, I'm so relaxed when I spar. Very relaxed. A lot to do with the breathing. And listen, if you talk of supplements, let me tell you this. Leo Gracie was 5'5". He wasn't strong, okay? He wasn't athletic. He was very light. What he had on his side was perfect timing. Perfect timing. That was it. Now, in order to get perfect timing is mat time. He's an old man, you know, like you see the guy and say, man, he's 65 years old and the guy's choking people out. How was he doing that if he wasn't strong? That's the pure proof that Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is leverage, it's technique, it's timing. And a lot of the elements over the years have been lost. I go to a lot of academies and say, hey man, do you guys do the self-defense? They look at me like I'm insane. But Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is and will always be a self-defense art for the smaller to defend against the big strong guys. And now it became a sportive elements to it. So we lost the focus on the self-defense and preserving the art, and we've gone over to this is 2 points, this is 4 points, but ask the guy to defend himself or escape the headlock. He doesn't know. The brown belt or the purple belt doesn't know. Do you understand?
Yeah,
it's very strange. To me, it's very strange.
Yeah.
Maybe coming from Leo Gracie's background, where the self-defense portion was paramount, the sport was secondary. But those guys still fare up well. And look, Hoyler's the most decorated jiu-jitsu guy I see. You know? But he's from Leo Gracie. He's never a sportive guy. You know?
Yeah, I think not only from you and from your lineage, I think anyone walking off the street would be slightly suspicious if an upper belt can't escape a headlock.
Or even a more example, maybe you've seen it before, they crank on the position, and the guy really frantically tapping, they still crank in the position. Come on man, at the end of the day, it's a sport. That side of it is a sport. In order to have that samurai spirit, if you like, you have to know both, because one day you're going to be in that position too. If you're not tapping, you're not learning. And you remember in the beginning of the class what I said to the guys, you know, guys, it's okay to tap. It's 10 minutes of a fight or 1 hour experience. You know, I know which I prefer. You know. But to supplement me, like I said, was the climbing, the outside climbing. I do some free weights and a lot of cardio work. And I try and eat as healthy as I can. I don't follow the Gracie diet per se, but I try and eat as healthy as I can.
Well, that kind of answers my next question, because I was going to ask you about attributes, and what do you feel, which attributes help Jiu-Jitsu the most? And you mentioned timing.
Timing and basics. Everyone's caught up with the deep half guard sweep and these rubber guard, and you know, not that there's anything wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. But in order to execute those moves, there comes an element of flexibility, there comes an element of power. Like I said, Leo Gracie, this is what drew me to Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. That the old man was like little and was doing this amazing stuff to people, like destroying these guys. And you think, if this old man can do it, I want to learn what he knows. Taking nothing away from anyone else. We have some awesome grappling. Roger's a huge guy, awesome jiu-jitsu, but the basic jiu-jitsu. Here in my academy, we don't I never encourage my guys to go and fight in the tournaments. If they like to fight, they'll fight, you know. And if they don't have to fight, because we try and preserve everything.
Brilliant, wonderful. Do you have any non-jiu-jitsu related hobbies?
Yep, I have a few. One of them is swimming. I love to swim. And you can say, oh man, that's jiu-jitsu related. The best hobby I think I have outside is to spend time with my family. It's not a hobby. I mean, that's my balance.
Yeah.
In a crazy world, that's my balance. You know? And like I said to you in the beginning, I just try to give to her the greatest gift I ever had in my life. You know? The greatest gift. It costs nothing. And let me tell you, in fact, thankfully, you know, I get to travel a lot of places and teach people. I'm not very well known. I'm not a very well known fighter, you know, but people see the way I teach and the way I teach, and they seem to like that kind of those elements, you know. So it's taken me all over the world. I couldn't ask for anything more. I'm blessed every day. You know? And I have a belt with Elio Gracie's name on, embroidered on the belt. Every time I put the belt on, or the gi, I always remind myself how I felt when I first walked in the academy and saw the instructor there. And thinking, wow. And what they gave to me over the years was like, wow, that I have it now. I have my grandchildren will have it, my children have it. You know, these guys are all extensions of Elio Gracie, all of us, and Carlos Gracie, all of us. Their legacy is there for life. It's an amazing feeling, even when I take the gi off and go home. Amazing feeling.
That's wonderful. Do you have any regrets?
In jiu-jitsu? Or in...
No,
in jiu-jitsu, regrets. There are some horrible people that I think it's the sheep in wolf's clothing. We all fall foul to them. I fell foul to a few of them, and not all is what it seems, you know. But, you know, like I said in my academy, no politics, no bullshit. If you like to come and train, we'll train happy with anybody, doesn't matter. We're not one of those guys who say you can't train here, you can no, you can train wherever you like. You know? So everyone's welcome in my academy. Anyone who knows me knows that, and I extend my welcome to anybody. They'll be treated the same. Hopefully you were treated okay.
Well, it's a brilliant way to conclude, because I have been training in different places, and I used to train karate before, and every time I go to a different country, my wife is South African, every time we go to a different country, I try to find a place, go train there, and I was treated like a brother amongst brothers. So
exactly how it should.
Thank you very much for your time, Eddie.
No, thank you.
And thank you very much for choosing to spend it with me rather than go and finish your day with your family. And I really look forward to seeing you up at our academy sometime very soon.
I hope so.
Thank you very much. And by extension, from our club, I'd like you to accept a tiny, tiny gift. I hope it fits. Here you go, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.